In today's video, we are going to be talking about if Amazon KDP is actually worth it to start in 2025. Now guys, I've been starting online businesses for the last 10 years. I've tried all of the popular ones out there, and I've been doing Amazon KDP since 2018. If you are interested in starting Amazon KDP now in 2025, please watch this video through just one time. It is going to save you a ton of time and a lot of headaches. Now guys, in order to make this video truly as helpful as possible, I'm going to switch you over to screen recording on my own computer and show you these things with real examples. All right, so getting straight into this, the very first thing that I wish someone had told me when I was starting Amazon KDP is that there are different types of books that you can create. They're actually categorized by low, medium, and high content. Now, for those of you who are newer to this, essentially what this is referring to is how much content is in that book. So quickly, let me give you an example of each of these. A low content book would be something with the minimal amount of content in it. This is typically going to be a template or something like lined pages. It could just be a blank journal. This is essentially the lowest amount of content that you can put in a book. A medium content book is something that has custom content that you've created, but it's not quite a full-fledged novel yet. That would be a high content book. So an example of a medium content book would be a puzzle book or a word search book. It's something that you have custom created for that book. However, it is not a full-fledged high content book, which are the types of books that you see in bookstores. They are thousands of words long. They are written by best-selling authors. These are the types of traditional books that are filled with words. Now, assuming that we're all on the same page of understanding low, medium, and high content books, the biggest takeaway that I can give you in this video, and actually the mistake that I made in my own KDP business in 2018, is that I was focusing on high content books. If I can give you one piece of advice in this video, it is not to focus on high content books and rather to focus on low and medium content books. Now, with that being said, I will be the first to tell you that it's not that easy to do. A couple years ago, it was this easy. You could create low and medium content books, upload them to Amazon KDP in any niche you wanted, and generally they were going to sell. However, everyone else figured this out as well, and then the market got saturated. So, in 2025, can you still do Amazon KDP with the level of saturation that is on Amazon now? This, I am proud to say that I have another golden nugget that I can share with you, is that if you change your strategy just slightly from everyone else, you can actually find all of these underserved niches. So where the strategy is going to start is we are going to stick with low and medium content books. Those are still going to be the best sellers for 2025 on Amazon KDP. And within low and medium content books, there's actually a handful of big overall niches you can go into. I'll put these up on the screen here for you guys so you can get an idea of what I'm talking about. Now, depending on how new you are to Amazon KDP, you may have seen these categories before. You may have even tried creating books in them, and maybe you saw some sales from it. However, the next part in the strategy is what makes the difference between the book selling or not selling. And that's what I'll show you right now. All right, so from that list of book ideas, let's take the idea of word searches, and that's what I'll walk you through the strategy with. So if we go over to Amazon and we type in word search book, we give that a search. What most people are going to do here is they're going to sort this by best sellers, and they're going to figure out what books are selling the most. One of the most popular strategies here is to try to create a book that is similar or better than the top sellers, and kind of hoping that your book sells as well. Well, what you're going to find when you search any type of these categories of books is that all of the best sellers are going to be the general, very big competitive versions of these books, like a 2025 huge word search book. As you can see, these are all kind of the same theme here. They're just general word search books. Well, the strategy that I have found that is working in 2025 for KDP is finding all of the underserved sub niches within these categories. So to give you a perfect example here, as you start to scroll through some of these, you're going to see some of these that are themed. That is specifically what we are looking for. So Bible, large print word search. Keep scrolling through here. Mindfulness, positive vibes, cabin fever. And then what I'll show you how to do in this next step is to figure out if cabin themed word search books is a competitive niche, meaning there's a lot of other people that you would be competing against if you created and uploaded that book, or if it's an underserved niche, which is what we are looking for, meaning that there are a lot of people on Amazon searching for it, but not many other KDP sellers have found it yet, so you're not competing with many other books. Finding all of these underserved niches and creating books in them is the strategy for KDP that works extremely well in 2025. All right, so first things first, let me show you how to find these underserved niches. So you can go back and you can pick any of these categories of books that you want to go into for lower medium content. And then the traditional way to do this is just to go on to Amazon, type in what type of category you're working with, so word search book, and then type in for and press space. Now what this is going to do is show you some of Amazon's auto suggestions. Now the reason that they are auto-suggesting these to you is because a lot of people are searching for them, so they are predicting that you're going to be searching for them as well. So to get yourself brainstorming here, you can start clicking on some of these ideas. Now again, you can do this for any of the categories we're talking about. We're just using word searches for this example. And then you can scroll through these results and you can see how many other people have created books about this specific topic. You're basically figuring out how much competition there already is on Amazon. Now, as you can see, you only get so many results in the auto suggestions, and this can be a time-consuming process. So what I have learned to do over the years is use a tool that does all of this for you, and it's actually going to give you a lot of the hidden results that other people can't see on Amazon search. So I'll quickly show you how to do that now. So this is the tool that I use for this. It is called BookBolt. If you have seen my other KDP tutorials on this channel, this is a foundational tool that I use for my whole KDP process. You essentially use it to find the underserved niches, but then you can go on to create all of the books within BookBolt as well. It saves it right to your computer, and then you can upload that to KDP. Now, to be super transparent here, this is a paid tool. So if you go to pricing, you're going to see that they have two different plans. They have a newbie plan and they have a pro plan. Both of these plans have the niche research tool so we can find the undersaturated niches. But as I mentioned, BookBolt also allows you to create the books themselves. So the only difference between these two plans is that the newbie plan, you can only create low content books. It'll have templates for all of those. If you have the pro plan, you're going to be able to create medium content books as well. So if you want to create puzzle books or word search books or Sudoku puzzle books, all of that is going to be included in the pro plan. Now, the last two important things to know about their pricing is no matter which plan you do want to use, they have a 3-day free trial and it has full access. So you can actually follow along in this tutorial, and the next couple of days, you can find a bunch of underserved niches. You can even create a bunch of books all while on the free trial. And then lastly, I have a personal coupon code from them for 20% off on any of their plans. It's a lifetime coupon code. I will put a link to the coupon code down in the description below if you want to use it. It'll take a couple dollars off per month. All right, guys, with all of that out of the way, let me get logged in and show you how to find these underserved niches and then create these books. Okay, so once you get logged into BookBolt, come over to the left side and scroll down to keywords. That's what we're going to click on. And then we're going to click on search. Now, this is the beauty of using a tool like this. All you have to do is type in the category of low or medium content book that you want to create. So let's type in word search, give that a search. Okay, and then once this loads, we are looking at the left side here that says Amazon most trending. The first quick step here is just switch the 10 to 100. This is going to allow us to just keep scrolling all the way down here with 100 results. And this is how we can quickly pick up ideas. So let me show you how this works. So over on the left side is the keyword or the phrase that people are typing into Amazon. And then over on the right side is how many people per month are searching for that on Amazon. So all we have to do is scroll through here. The first are going to be numbers first, and then it's going to be in alphabetical order. I typically skip right over the numbers and I go into the alphabet. This is where I find better ideas. And then all of these are going to be themes for that category of low or medium content book that we can create. And as we find some of these that we would be interested in creating, all we have to do is click on the heart icon next to it. So let's say we want to start with anxiety word search books, just a word search book that is themed about anxiety or calming your mind down. All we have to do is click on the heart here. And as we can see confirmation, there's over 2,000 people per month searching specifically for anxiety themed word search books. And then just keep scrolling through here. You can heart as many of these as you want. Automotive word search, let's heart that one as well. 1,200 people per month are searching for an automotive themed word search book on Amazon. And the idea here is you just want to keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and just heart all of the ones that you would be interested in creating. Now you'll see once you get to the bottom here, it's going to be 100 per page and there's going to be 5 pages. So for each category that you are searching, you're going to get 500 different search results. Now, yes, this is really good for brainstorming ideas, but it actually takes it one step further. So if you go back to keywords, click on that, and then you go to favorites this time instead of search, those specific ideas that you have just hearted will show up in your favorites. And then all you have to do is click on the 3 lines for each of these, and it's going to pull up all the data about that niche. This is really the information that we want for these niches. So this is telling us a competition score, which is an A rating. So like in school, you get an A if you did really well, you get an F if you did very poorly. If you do see an A rated competition score for the niche that you have just looked up, that means that you have just found your first underserved niche. These are the types of niches that we want to rack up and create as many books as we can and upload into them. Now, before we move on here, they're also going to give you an estimated monthly sales volume for that niche. This is saying 152 books per month. Now, this is a number that is going to vary month to month, and it's something that I really don't pay a whole lot of attention to because I have experimented with this in creating books in A-rated niches with 1 monthly sales volume, and those books have sold far more than 1 time. What's not really being said here is that if your book relates to a holiday or something that happens at a specific time each year, the estimated sales volume for that specific month may peak, and then the rest of the year it may be lower. So that's why you're seeing one estimated sales volume. So needless to say, focus on the competition score and not so much on the estimated monthly sales volume. And that is how you find the underserved niches. So guys, for you, I would close out of this and I would keep going through the rest of the niches that you have hearted. Click on the details and see how many more of these A-rated niches you can find. Those are the ones that you want to create these books in. And then remember to go back to keywords and search, and you can search all of those different categories of books as well. Now guys, that brings us into the last part in this video, which is how to actually create these books. You can create these low and medium content books with pre-made templates on Bookbolt. So let me show you how to do that real quick. So once you've found the niches that you want to go into, then click on research up top and switch it to create this time. And then click on Bookbolt Studio. And then this brings you into their graphic design tool where you can create these entire books from start to finish. So this is where I left off. This was a horse-themed word search book, an A-rated niche. For those of you who do want a full-fledged tutorial on how to create these covers, how to create these puzzles, how to upload them to Amazon KDP with keywords, titles, pricing strategy, I will put a link down in the description below. It's another free YouTube video. And like I said, it'll walk you through every single step of this in much more detail. But as far as using the templates to create these books, all you have to do is click on the first page here. Now, this is an existing puzzle I've already created, but all you would do is click on this little puzzle icon right here. And then these are all the templates that you can just click and add to your book. So if you're creating a journal book with lined pages, you can add this template here. They're all pre-made for you. However, you will see in my account, I have a pro subscription, so I also have access to all of these full puzzle templates as well. But for those of you who just have the newbie plan, you will still have access to all of these low content book templates. With that being said, the book that we're actually creating right now is a word search book. There are a couple extra steps to creating the word search puzzles. So to quickly just give you an example on how this works, let's say that we instead wanted to create a mood tracker book. We did the research and we found specific niches we wanted to target for mood tracker journals. You would just click on this template. You would say what page or what pages do you want to add this to? You can even select all of them. Just be sure if you are adding it, just take out the cover so it's not pasted on your cover as well. I'm actually just going to select the first one here to give you an example. We'll click on continue to options, and then we can preview what that would look like on the page. Okay, everything looks good. X out of that and click on submit. Now, just like that, it has replaced my first page where I had a word search book with this mood tracker template. So if I had applied this to every page in this book, the interior of this book would be entirely done. All I would have to do is go back to the cover and switch this from a word search themed cover to a mood tracker cover based on the theme of the underserved niche that we found. So guys, hopefully this video saves you a whole lot of trial and error. Finding these underserved niches on Amazon works really well in 2025, and there are actually a ton of niches to be found. As a reminder to you guys, the discount code, the full tutorial we were talking about, they will be linked down in the description below, so they're easy to find. And as always, if you guys enjoyed this video, please just give it a thumbs up and let me know down in the comments if you have any questions at all. All right, guys, that's it for this one. I'll be seeing you all in the next video.